look at the Q3 earnings for HP. As I said in my previous video, there's difference between HPE, Hewlett Packard Enterprise, and HP Hewlett Packard. HPE deals with the hardware, the PC, printers, scanners, and etc. So there's difference between the two section of the businesses. The CEO was earlier on in the news quoted to say that the PC business is slow. I mean, we have seen that with a lot of PC makers around the world. The supply chain issues, the zero COVID policy in China, geopolitical tension, Russia invading Ukraine. So, I mean, PC business is slow. You can also understand the environment we have. The inflation is at all-time high. The Fed is rating is increasing interest rate. So there are a lot of host of things that can really affect or have impact on the Q3 earnings. The Q3 earnings is not really bad. It is just a slight miss. But then, it's a miss is a miss. Let me put it that way. A miss is a miss. But let's have a look at the details of the earnings. The stock is already down. The stock price is already down around 5% today, and the market is still on. Today is 31st of August 2022. It's down around 5%. It's trading at about $29 or so. I mean, for us at Elite Pro, we have rated this stock as a buy, given that we have done our own valuation. We have done. We have analyzed the stock. It's a stock we own it already, so we will be adding more to our position on HP. But that doesn't make you do the same. It's for you to now look at it with your own metric, because we are not going to be liable for your selection of a stock, even though we have rated it as buy, just like many other financial homes and agencies. The stock is trading around $29 today. The details of the earnings are the actual revenue is 14.7 billion, while the estimate is 5.6 billion. So it's a slight miss. The adjusted EPS is $1.04, while the analyst expectation is $1.05. So it's just a slight miss, but it still matters. Then there's a revise on the guidance for the full year. So, that might just be, in fact, that's one of the reasons why the stock is a little bit down. So, but we have rated it as buy. Let's have a look at their website, so you can see the difference between HP and HPE. If you have watched the earlier video on the HPE, now you watch this one, you would see that there's a difference between HPE and HP on the website. So let's have a look at the details and also summary of the earnings. Then we'll also have a look at technical chart for price action. Let's have a look.
Here is a report for fiscal 2022 third quarter results. Let's go straight down to the most important part of it. Net revenue and EPS. HP and its subsidiary announced fiscal 2022 third quarter net revenue 14.7 billion, down 4.1%, down 1.9% in constant currency from the prior year period. Disciplined pricing and cost management, combined with continued momentum in our key growth business, enabled us to deliver solid GAAP EPS growth while returning 1.3 billion to shareholders in Q3, said Enrique Lores, HP President and CEO. We are taking clear action to mitigate near-term market headwinds and further strengthen our business for the future. I am confident in our ability to execute against our priority to drive long-term sustainable growth and value creation. Third quarter GAAP diluted net EPS was $1.08, up from 0.92 cent in the prior year period and above the previously provided outlook of 0.91 cent to 0.96 cent. Third quarter non-GAAP diluted net EPS was $1.04, up from $1.00 in the prior year period and within the previously provided outlook of $1.03 to $1.08. Third quarter non-GAAP net earnings and non-GAAP diluted net EPS exclude after-tax adjustment of $40 million or 0.4 cent per diluted share related to restructuring and other charges, acquisition-related charges, amortization of intangible asset, Russia exit charges, non-operating retirement-related credit charges, and tax adjustments. Asset management: HP's net cash provided by operating activity in the third quarter of fiscal 2022 was 0.4 billion. Accounts receivable ended the quarter at 4.4 billion, down 2 days quarter over quarter to 27 days. Inventory ended the quarter at 8.2 billion, up 2 days quarter over quarter to 63 days. Account payable ended the quarter at 15.5 billion, up 3 days quarter over quarter to 119 days. HP generated zero point 0.3 billion of free cash flow. Listen to that. zero point 0.3 billion of free cash flow in the third quarter. Free cash flow include net cash provided by operating activities of zero point 0.4 billion adjusted for net investment in leases of 53 million and net investment in property, plant, equipment and of 170 million. HP dividend payment of 0.25 per share in the third quarter resulted in cash usage of 0.3 billion. HP also utilized 1.0 billion of cash during the quarter to repurchase approximately 29.3 million shares of common stock in the open market. As a result, HP returned 464% of its third quarter free cash flow to shareholders. You know, you need to understand that that's a way of buyback. Buyback is a way of putting money back in the shareholders' hand. HP exited the quarter with 5.4 billion in gross cash, which include cash and cash equivalent and short-term investment of 5 million. Fiscal 2022 third quarter segment result. Personal system net revenue was 10.1 billion, down 3% year over year, flat in constant currency with a 6.9% operating margin. Consumer net revenue decreased 20% and commercial net revenue increased 7%. Total units were down 25% with notebooks unit down 32% and desktop unit up 1%. Printing net revenue was 4.6 billion, down 6% year over year, down 5% in constant currency, with a 19.9% operating margin. Consumer net revenue was up 1% and commercial net revenue was down 3%. Supplies net revenue was down 9% in constant currency. Total hardware units were down 3% with consumer unit down 1% and commercial unit down 15%. Let's have a look at the outlook. For the fiscal 2022 fourth quarter, HP estimates GAAP diluted net EPS to be in the range of 0.44 cent to 0.54, which include a GAAP only charge of approximately 0.27 cent towards acquisition-related charges for poly and non-GAAP diluted net EPS to be in the range of 0.79 to 0.89, which include an increment approximate 0.05 headwind driven by police debt related expenses, and other deal related costs. Fiscal 2022 fourth quarter non-GAAP diluted net EPS estimate exclude 0.35 cents per diluted shares, primarily related to restructuring and other charges, acquisition related charges, including charges related to poly noted above, amortization of intangible asset, non-operating retirement-related credit charges, tax adjustment, and related tax impact on these items. Let's move on to the. Here is a website for HP. Is ticker symbol HPQ. It's different from HPE. HPQ is the hardware, computer, PC, laptops, and printers, gadget. The hardware stuff that you can see, the stuff you can really touch. The other one is Hewlett Packard Enterprise. The software aspect of it. Data center, cloud, and all that. So, but here the website, I'm not too sure this website is user friendly, but I will assume that for their business they know what is good for their customers. But then let's have a look at the technical chart for price action. On a price action on a weekly chart, let's start with the weekly chart. Here you have market capitalization of 30.3 billion. Shares in float is 1023.8 million. Shares outstanding is 1034.1 million. The EPS rating is 94. The EPS growth is 21%. PE ratio is 7. 5-year PE range is between 5 and 15. Return on equity not applicable. Cash flow $4.81. Um, these are the past EPS and the present, and also I mean these are full year result. So estimate for 2023. We can also see here 52 weeks high is 41 and 52 weeks low is 26. It is currently trading minus 29.8% off 52 weeks high. It's trading as of $29.11 as of today, 31st of August 2022. Let's have a look at institutional institutional ownership. Institutional ownership, you have fund 41% and bank 1%. Checklist. I recall that I had a news of Warren Buffett, investing in HPQ. This is Peter Lynch, 6 out of 8. I have to double check that information. Warren Buffett, 11 out of 16. I have to double check that information for you guys. Benjamin Graham, I will look at Berkshire Hathaway portfolio to see if HPQ is there. But on Benjamin Graham, it's 9 out of 13. So let's have a look at technical. On the technical side, it is below 10 weeks moving average and 40 weeks moving average. Yeah, as you can see, the stock has relatively been bullish from the lockdown March 2022. We have a period of slight downward here, and we also have a bullish move here. But by large, we have been sideways for some time. Then we have lower low, lower high, and then we have this drop down. Also, part of the reasons why they actually revise their guidance slightly, but investors react to whatever information that doesn't look positive on the stock. So let's have a look at it on a daily chart. On a daily chart, as you can see, HPQ is different from HPE. Even on the chart, as you can see, this appears slightly volatile than HPE. But then we have a period of down here. I would say we have this here. That's a bullish move. And then we have this downward sloping, which it's trading below 15-day moving average and 50-day moving average on a daily chart. Guys, you do your valuation. Do not just buy this stock. Use your own metrics. What I see here is a bearish engulfing, and after this bearish engulfing, we have seen three other candles that have dropped down. It could be on a support here, but we don't know if it will hold somewhere here. But guys, be careful on this stock.
Guys, that's the earnings, and that's the technical chart. You're seeing the technical chart. You've also seen different criteria from for super investors, Warren Buffett, Peter Lynch, and the host of others. As I said earlier, we have rated this stock as a buy, so it's an opportunity for you to buy. But what it means that you should now also use your own metric to see if it suits your own. We are saying that okay, it's below the intrinsic value. That is for us at the Elite Pro Investment Management. So you do your own, then see if it fits within your own portfolio. It does fit into ours. We own the stock already. We're just adding more to our position. And also, the strategy of dollar cost averaging works for everyone. So if you own the stock before at the higher price and it's down now, and you have the fund to get more, this is not the time to jump out of the market. It is time to get quality stock at a good rate, a good price below their intrinsic value. When stocks, quality stocks price drop, you need to see it at a discount. So equities are on discount in the market now. Guys, please do your valuation. Thank you for watching this channel. We'll continue to produce content that will support your investment journey. Solid again.